Okay, hello everybody. Today we're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 in the Cessna Skyhawk. We have an 82 nautical mile flight from Sierra Echo Golf, Penn Valley, to November 43 Braden Airpark. We'll be flying with AI ATC courtesy of SayIntentions AI and historic weather via ActiveSky with integration back to SayIntentions. It should be an awesome VFR flight, so let's hop into the pilot seat and get started. Okay, our circuit breakers are all in, switches are all off, parking brake is set. We'll check that our mixture and throttle are to cutoff, adjust the trim wheel to take off. Our fuel cutoff is in. We'll rotate the fuel selector switch through each position and then back to center. Head back here to our checklist, toggle to the before start checklist. We'll get the throttle cracked. Next we'll turn on the battery and the master, turn on the beacon. Check that the prop area is clear prop. Feet are on the brakes. Fuel pump is on, mixture coming into full rich. Bring the mixture back to idle cutoff, turn off the fuel pump. Keys are in the ignition. And we'll crank it over. We'll bring in the mixture as it starts, and we've got a good start. We do have oil pressure, and looking at the fuel is less than half a tank, even though I set it to full before launching this. So let's head over to the iPad and we can quickly top ourselves off. Before doing that, we'll adjust the throttle. Bring that up. Then we'll lean the mixture for ground operations. Bring that back. Alright, up to the iPad. Now we've got full fuel tanks, we've got the avionics on. Let the Garmin boot up. I just adjusted the artificial horizon. We'll check the compass versus the directional. They match, that looks good. So let's turn on the taxi and the landing light. Head over to the iPad, get our frequencies from the sectional. So we are at Penn Valley, we've got a 122.7 for CTAF. So we can dial that in to COM1, 122.7. And then for the weather, we've got 123.975. We'll dial that in and get it from SayIntentions.ai. I'd also like to use Penn Valley's VOR of St. Luke's Grove SEG, so we'll head over to the sectional, get the frequency SEG on 110.4. Dial that into nav1, 110.4. Toggled over, the Garmin should identify it, and it incorrectly identifies it as MAD 191 miles away, so that's not the right VOR. We can't use it. So instead, we will fly a heading. We've got a bunch of towns along the way every 10 miles or so. We've got a wind farm right near Shenandoah that should be very scenic to fly by. We've got Beltsville Lake as a VFR reporting point, and then we've got this road here just north of the Charlie that we're going to fly south and descend to Braden Airpark.
Penn Valley Airport, Automated Surface Observation. 1753 Zulu. Wind 010 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, scattered at 5400 feet. Scattered at 10900 feet. Scattered at 15400 feet. Temperature 34. Dew point 22. Altimeter 29907. Density altitude 2700 feet.
Okay, we're going to fly the same heading we'd fly if we're flying the radio from the VOR, which is 094, so I'll dial that in now to the heading bug, and we can use heading mode on the GPS. We're not flying direct November 43, but I will dial it into the GPS just so we can use it for reference. Get our transponder to standby and dial in 3,500 for our cruising altitude into the autopilot. I can't see the windsock from where we're parked here, however, there is another reference, which is the American flag right in front of us. So the wind's blowing from the north side of the field, flag's pointing to my right, so that's the way we're going to head. Penn Valley traffic, Skyhawk 69738, taxi from the ramp to runway 35, Penn Valley. I'll test my brakes as we get on going, and they work.
Beechcraft 85 Golf on the right base for runway 14.
Alright, we're going to hang a right, follow the taxi line. So this is a freeware airport that I made. Check the video details if you would like to download it.
Clear for touch and go.
Alright, we're going to stop here at the hold short lines, do our run up. Flight controls. Elevator up, elevator down, rudder left, rudder right. Right aileron down. Left aileron down. Mixture into full rich. We'll bring the throttle up to 1700 RPMs. Do the mag check. Here we're both stressing out the engine and also making sure that each individual magneto works. Mag left. And we got a good drop. Mag right. Good drop. Penn Valley traffic, SkyX 69738 departing runway 35 will be doing a straight out departure climbing to 3,500 Penn Valley. You may have noticed my usual co-pilot Amanda is not with us today. That's because the Cessna Skyhawk is still bugged for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 and she is not visible in it. Hopefully they get all these bugs fixed soon. They're not big bugs, but they're a little annoying. Alright, all lined up. I'll talk about ActiveSky and show you some examples of how it works as we do our takeoff roll here. At full power, airspeed's alive. 20, 40, 50, 55, rotate, and we're up. So today we are running with the actual weather from June 22nd, 2024, using ActiveSky's historic weather feature. So I'll bring up ActiveSky's interface so you can see what it looks like. And it lets you run with live, historic, or presets. We're running with historic. It gives you the winds aloft. That's the different wind speeds and directions by altitude. Pilots get winds aloft all the time as part of their flight planning, so it's awesome to have that. And it sets all that up in the sim, so you have different wind at different altitudes. It gives you your full flight information and your weather briefing, just like you would normally get if you were doing a cross country. So it shows you all the different winds along your route and at your destination. It even gives you a satellite map of what the cloud coverage looked like on the day in the past that you are flying at. I prefer to fly with live weather whenever possible and not presets, and I love that this lets me fly with what is like a preset and that I can dial in any date, but actually have live weather. It's the weather that actually occurred on that date. Very cool. Alright, we are clear of our terrain now, so we're going to hang a right here, make our way over to the Susquehanna River and just east of the field. As soon as we get ourselves situated here, I will turn over to Harrisburg approach and ask for flight following. So we'll check our nearest page to get our distance, and we'll give them a call. Harrisburg approach, SkyX 6973, 3 miles east, Sierra Echo Golf at 2,800, would like flight following destination Braden, November 43 at 3,500.
Skyhawk 738, squawk 2214 and ident.
2214 and ident, SkyX 738.
Skyhawk 738, radar contact. 2 northeast of Penn Valley Airport at 3,000 feet. Heading 127. Selins Grove altimeter 29.97.
Position checks 2997, SkyX 738. Alright, we're all set up so we can turn on our autopilot now. That'll keep us at 3,500. We'll put it into heading mode, and it's going to turn us onto our 094 heading.
Skyhawk 738, contact New York Center on 124.9er.
Over to center on 124.9er, SkyX 738. New York Center, SkyX 69738, level 3,500.
Skyhawk 69738, New York Center, good afternoon, Selins Grove altimeter 29.97.
2997, SkyX 738.
Skyhawk 69738, New York Center, own navigation.
On nav, SkyHawk 738. Alright, that's our cue to sit back and enjoy that awesome flight simulator scenery. Alright, it was very cool being able to have historic real weather via ActiveSky. ActiveSky, you really have to fiddle with. It's got a lot of settings, and I had to turn down the turbulence because the turbulence is a little extreme. And I think I'm at like 10% for the setting now, and it still bounces you around quite a bit. It was cool doing a classic VFR flight and checking out that awesome Pennsylvania scenery. So I hope you enjoy realistic general aviation content like this. If you do, be sure to click that like button, leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks, as always, for flying along with me, and stay tuned for further flight adventures.